Hello guys, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we are going to look into transform. So let's jump into the Jupyter notebook to understand this concept. So we are into the Jupyter notebook. Let's start our discussion. When we are working with group by object, pandas offers us various functions that makes data analyst life easy. So far we have seen the aggregate or AGG function, which we have used on group by objects. For example, we have seen that how to calculate the count. That means how many number of items exist within a particular group. Then we have also seen that how to calculate the mean along with the standard deviation. So in the same aspect, pandas offers us another type of operation that is called transform that we will understand now. But one thing I wanted to tell you that transform functionality is little bit complicated to understand it in a first instance. So in case if you are not understanding the functionality of the transform at the very first instance, that is okay. So to make you understand the functionality of the transform function, I'm going to introduce a data set that is a sales data set for a fictitious company. So let's look into the data set and then we will understand the problem. So the first step is you have to import the pandas. So select this cell, press B again, and here this time you need to again write import pandas as PD. And this time I'm going to use a data set. I'm going to create a data frame over here with the help of read_CSV. And this time our data is going to be the sales data for a fictitious company. Let's look into the data, what we are having inside that. So DF, then you will find that we are having this information. This is a sales information for a company and it contains the order information. So if you closely look into that, this company has sold some of the product and it contains the information about 3 orders, and within these 3 orders it contains different products. For example, the first order which contains 3 products, the second order also contains these number of products, and the third order which also contains these number of products. So now understand the problem. So what actually the problem and what we want to do and what kind of analysis which we want to do. So we want to do calculation of what percentage of total order does each product represent. Let me write it so that you can understand it. So this is our problem statement where we want to identify that what percentage of order total does each product represent, and we need to calculate by summing the exit price over here. So that means we need to create group by object that is based on each order and then do the calculation. But the tricky part of this calculation is that we need to get a total for each order and combine it back with the transactional level detail in order to get the percentage. So to do this, I'm going to show you two solutions. One is without transform method and another one with transform method. So the first step, what we will do, we will create a new data frame with the totals by order, and then we will merge it back with the original data frame. So let's do it. So I'm going to tell that order total O total equal to df dot group by, and we need to group by on the basis of order, and then we need to specify it should sum the exit price. So we need to specify over here ext price over here, and then over here I am going to use the sum method, and then we need to specify it. It is going to be called as order total column. So we need to specify here rename, and within that we need to specify that order underscore total, and so we need to specify the reset index over here, and then we need to do shift enter. But prior to that we need to print O total also, shift enter. So this has returned us the sum total value for each order. So now the next step, we need to calculate the percentage of the order total that each product represent, and to do this calculation we need to do at the transactional level. So to do that calculation, first we need to merge this data frame which we have created just now, which contains only 3 entries and which we want to merge with this transactional information. So this is our second step. So let's do it. So what I am going to do, I will create another data frame, and that is a merge data frame df underscore merge, and this is going to be merged with df dot merge. So merge is a method from the data frame, and here we need to specify this order total data frame, and this is going to be O total. So O total, and once you do that you need to write here df underscore merge, and it will return us the merge data frame where you can have this data is being merged with this data, and you will get the transactional information. So shift enter, and then you will find it over here. This order total is merged at the transactional level. Now still we have one step away to do the calculation of the percentage. So to do the calculation, so we need to write it something like that, df merge dataset, and I am going to introduce column with the name percentage of order by product, and then here I will do the calculation on df underscore merge, and the name of the column I want to divide it. First I will tell that exit price divided by df underscore merge, and I want to divide it with the order total column. So I need to make sure that you are using the quotes over here, else it will throw an error. So here we should mention over here order total, order underscore total. Check the spelling. Yeah, it is correct. And now let's do the shift enter, but prior to that let's print this one as well. Now do shift enter, then you will find that it will return us a percentage of order by product, and this is what I wanted to calculate. So you will see it here, the product over here P1 20,000 is having 40% of contribution within order total. Same is the case with S1, that is also having 40% of contribution within the order total. If you closely look into this product B1, that is having only 18% of contribution in this order total, and this is what we wanted to calculate it. But we have solved this problem by performing various steps. So first we have created a group by object, and then we did over here, we merged the data frame, two data frame, and then it will be merged with the transactional data frame, and after that we have calculated the percentage total over here, and then we got the required information which we were looking for. So now let's look into the transform method. With the help of transform method we are able to get rid of these two steps. So let's look into that, how we are going to achieve this. So this time I'm not going to create any additional data frame. So let's look into the data frame which we were having earlier, and we are having this data frame, it is intact. Now I'm going to perform all the activities whatever we have performed over here on the same data frame, and here we have created another data frame to do the merge operation, but this time I am going to perform all this in this data frame itself. To do that, first we are going to calculate the order total. So I am going to introduce a column called order total, and here we need to specify df dot group by, and I want to create the group on order column, and I want to do the sum of exit price. So far we have seen this. Now here the transform function comes into the picture. So here I will specify transform, and within that what kind of transform I want to apply. I want to sum the value of, or say, on the group by object as per the group basis. Let's do it, and now do the shift enter. Then you will find that we have get rid of these two steps very simply without performing any kind of operations that we did for the merging. So you can see it over here, it is pretty much neat over here. Now the next step would be the same. I'm going to perform the same thing what we have done over here. So we are going to introduce another column which will do the percentage calculation. So let's do it. Percent, you need to specify within the double quotes percentage by product order, and the calculation is going to remain same, and here we need to specify that the data frame exit price divided by our order total, and we need to specify over here df order total. Now do the shift enter, but prior to that print this as well, shift enter. Then you will find that it returns the same output what we have achieved earlier, but this time in a much neater way. And now you can imagine how powerful is the transform function is. And one of the beauty of this transform function is that it is not limited to only sum operation. You can apply mean operation as well. So you can provide the mean over here, shift enter, and you will see it over here, it has calculated the mean. Same way you can provide the standard deviation over here and do the shift enter over here, then you will find that it has calculated the standard deviation as well. And this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.